Are you able to hear me? Hello? Okay, great. Yonit Yamat Chutapadam Buja Yugmarutma Vyamo Hatastaditarani Trunaya Mene Asmad Gurur Bhagavatosya Dayeka Sindho Ramanuja Charanao Sharanam Prapatye Hitpadam Bhoruhadhyana Vidhasta Sheshakalmataha Astudam Upayatoham Yamuneyam Namamitam Masabhai Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Guru Paramparaya Namaha. With the grace of Krishna Paramatma, today we will be completing the lecture series on Srimad Bhagavad Gita. We will continue from the 65th verse. Before that, a few minutes of recap, quick recap. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, according to Vishishtadaya Sampradaya, teaches Bhakti Yoga, the Upaya, the means to attain liberation. Though there is one more Upaya called as Prapatti, which is also accepted, which is based more in the Agamas, Pancharatra Agamas and Itihasa Puranas. Here, Prapatti is also accepted, but according to Ramanuja, Srimad Bhagavad Gita teaches Bhakti Yoga and Prapatti as an Anga to Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga cannot be begun directly. To begin Bhakti Yoga, one must have performed Karma Yoga and Jnana Yoga, or Karma Yoga which has Jnana Yoga inherent in it. So Bhagavan Krishna, looking at the despondent state of Arjuna, he began with the Atma Jnana, teaching him the Atma Jnana, which is a basis to begin even Karma Yoga. Then he spoke about both Karma Yoga and Jnana Yoga, the differences and let's say the similarities between them. Similarity in the sense, Jnana Yoga can be brought inside the scope of Karma Yoga. So that is the that's what I meant by similarity. So he says the Atma Sakshatkara or visualization of one's own self is the result of Jnana Yoga or even Karma Yoga when it includes Jnana Yoga in it. After Atma Sakshatkara, a person, practitioner or the yogi is eligible to begin Bhakti Yoga. So what is Bhakti Yoga? Bhagavan explained Bhakti Yoga in the 7th to 12th chapters, and in the 13 to 18, Krishna, he elaborates, he sometimes he reinforces and introduces something new also in the last 6 chapters, basically about the gunas, etc. So how bandha happens, how moksha can happen, the influence of gunas, how they impact the jivatmas. And finally, after talking about the prabhava or influence of the gunas, now Bhagavan finally said those who resort to him can easily cross over the samsara sagara. Now, in the 65th verse, he says, Manmana abhava madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru mame vaishyasi satyamte pratijane priyosi me. Manmana bhava madbhakto bhava. Be my devotee with full focus upon me. You focus your mind on me. Be my devotee. And mam namaskuru madhyaji mam namaskuru. Worship me, whatever karma you do, have me in your thought. Mameva eishyasi. You will attain me. You shall come to me alone. You won't go anywhere. Why? Because a Jivatma may go to several worlds, higher worlds, and then finally go to Sri Vaikunta. But no, here you will attain me only. You will not go anywhere. Okay. Satyam te pratijane. I promise. I promise you. Why? Because Tvam mama priyaha asi. You are very dear to me. That's what he says. Now Ramanuja substantiates this his explanation with the Vakya from Shruti. The Upanishad Vakyas basically. Therefore, Darshana Samanakaram Smriti Santanam Atyartha Priyamiha Manmana Bhava iti vidhiyate. So, what is the end of culmination of this Vedana, Upasana, etc. is that Darshana Samana Akara. There will be perception, we can say, or visualization, or let us say getting the Anubhava of Paramatma, which is not complete. Why? Because we are limited in this body, so we won't be able to grasp Paramatma in his fullest glory. But we would have caught something, a glimpse, which is let us say samana akara, which is similar, we can say. So you would have got the like we can say 1% of what actually he is. Just to give an example. So so therefore you say once that darshana samanakara happens, and then nothing will stop the jivatma from getting moksha. Now the next verse, very important verse, Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam braja aham tva sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami ma shuchah. Sarva dharman parityajya, very tricky shloka. This verse is very tricky. Sarva dharman parityajya, which means after giving up, the superficial meaning would be after giving up all the dharmas. Let us come to what this dharma is. Mamekam sharanam braja, surrender to me alone. Aham tva sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami. I will release you from all your sins or papa. Ma shuchaha. Don't grieve for anything. Now, Ramanuja gives two meanings to this, two interpretations. The first interpretation is that what Ramanuja says is that the capability or the ability to grant moksha can be only with a chetana, not with achetana, because this karma yoga, jnana yoga, bhakti yoga are all achetana means only. Though they are a form of jnana, the swarupa jnana is chetana, the swabhava jnana or the dharma bhuta jnana is actually achetana. So achetana cannot grant moksha. So the grantor of moksha can only be a chetana. So that is Bhagavan. So keep this in mind. Still you have to do karma yoga, jnana yoga, bhakti yoga, but not with the thought that they are the actual upaya. No. Bhagavan is the upaya. Through this, we please a practitioner or a mumukshu pleases Bhagavan, and therefore Bhagavan grants moksha. Karma yoga, jnana yoga, bhakti yoga rupan, page 598. Sarvan dharman parama nishresa sadhana bhutan madaradhanatvena atimatra pritya. So all the means in order to get the highest shreyas, which is moksha, have to be done as in the form of aradhana to Bhagavan. Yathadikaram kurbanaha. So of course, whoever is eligible to carry whichever has to do that. Phala karma kartutvadi parityagena parityajya. So what is that parityaga here? What one has to give up? So one has to give up the phalabhisandhi, karmabhisandhi and kartutvabhisandhi. Being not attached to the fruits, to the action per se, and the ahankara, leaving the ahankara. So leave all these things, yet do this as if to do aradhana to me. Okay, then I will be pleased with this and I will grant you moksha. The papa, whichever comes in between, I will take care of them, don't worry. So this is one meaning. The second is that athava, look at the fourth paragraph, Ramanuja says athava. Sarva papa vinimukta atyartha bhagavat priya purusha nirvartyatvat. Now, it's a catch 22 situation, or the chicken or egg situation, or the seed, or if we want to be vegetarian in the thought process. So the seed in the plant situation. Only if all the papa is relinquished, is destroyed, can we attain Bhagavan. But only when we attain Bhagavan, all the papa will go off. So now, what to do? So Ramanuja says, Sarva papa vinirmukta atyartha bhagavat priya purusha nirvartyatvat bhakti yogasya tadaramba virodhi papanam anantyacha tat prayaschitta rupaihi dharmaihi. So the dharma in the shloka actually refers to prayaschitta dharma. Why? Because we know to be with the flow, it is so easy. There will be no vignas also to be with the flow. But whenever we want to go against the flow in a good way, look at the hindrances. So why do all these hindrances come? They come because we do sin. There are a lot of papa left. So unless these papas are destroyed, we won't be able to have a smooth flow. So now the Vedas, they prescribe a lot of prayaschitta karma or prayaschitta dharma, krichram, chandranam, like this. If one does not want to resort to Bhagavan, one can keep doing the prayaschitta karma and then eliminate the papas by themselves. But this is a very ideal situation because we are not equipped to do the prashchita karma error free. So even while doing the prashchita karma, we may do some errors, which will again lead to accrual of sins. Therefore, we would never be able to get rid of sins practically. So Bhagavan says, forget about all the prashchita karmas, you resort to me. Like how Ishvara Pranidhanatva. This is similar to Ishvara Pranidhanatva in Yoga Sutras. So that you can easily go ahead with Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, and Bhakti Yoga. Okay, I keep getting a call. I'm trying to cut the call, but if the person is going to repeatedly call me, I'll just speak to him for 2 minutes and come back. Okay. So now the Sarva Dharman here means the Prashchita Dharmas. Okay. So that's what here Bhagavan says. Interestingly, there is a I don't know the right word in English, maybe an atripti on the part of Ramanuja that he has not made use of this instance, this choice, I mean, this sandarbha to say that Bhagavan advocates prapatti as a means, independent means for moksha. Here, he talks as if, or rather, he commentates upon the shloka only to stress upon the fact that bhakti yoga is the means. So, sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vaja. The scope to say that Bhagavan teaches prapatti is also possible to be declared here. But Ramanuja has chosen to focus only on bhakti yoga and to introduce prapatti as an anga to bhakti yoga. Whenever we falter in the steps to go ahead or even to begin bhakti yoga, we can do sharanagati, which will eliminate the sins that come in the way. So that is, of course, acharyas are defended the Ramanuja's correctness in saying this, because Yamunacharya has also in his very first verse in Gita Sangraha says Swadharma Jnana Vairagya Sadhya Bhakti Eka Gocharam, which means Bhagavan has to be attained to Bhakti Yoga according to Gita. But he teaches prapatti as independent means in this Gadyatraya, where he shows how to do prapatti. So that there he substantiates that prapatti is an independent means apart from Bhakti Yoga. But here he has restricted the Gita commentary to Bhakti Yoga. Now Krishna gives warning to Arjuna that now that you have taken a teaching, you cannot teach Srimad Bhagavad Gita by like how Sriram is doing. So he says, Idam te na tapaskaya na bhaktaya kadachana nacha shushrushabe vacham nachamam yobhya suyati. So he says, take care in whom you teach. Na atapaskaya, don't teach to anybody who does not follow the tapas. Na abhaktaya, not to any, not to a devotee, not to someone who is not a devotee, and not one who is not keen to listen, and who abhyasuyati means one who has asuya upon me. Now, since Bhagavan has helped me to complete this teaching, so it is one thing is for sure that all of you who attended this course are tapaskas, are bhaktas, and who are shushrushabaha and anabhya suyakaha, we can say. So that is proved now, because we're going to end the lecture in, without much vignas. So that is proven now. So Krishna says, don't teach to people who do not conform to these 4 parameters. Yaidam paramam guhyam madbhaktvesha bhidhasyati bhaktim mayi param kritva mame vaishyata samshayaha. So yaha idam paramam guhyam, whoever learns this, whoever has learned this, and whoever teaches the supreme mystery, paramam guhyam, okay, he will come to me, acquiring supreme devotion towards me. Mayi bhaktim, mayi param bhaktim kritva, by showing supreme devotion to me, he will in fact attain me. There is no doubt in this. Nacha tasman manusheshu kaschinme priyakritamaha bhavita nachame tasmad anyah priyataro bhuvi. Because not among men is there anyone who does dearer service to me than he who preaches Srimad Bhagavad Gita. That's why ISKCON, they have taken this as a very important activity to teach or preach Bhagavad Gita to the extent possible. Bhagavan says, that is more dear to me. Nor shall there be another on earth dearer to me than he. So he says, that person becomes the dearest to me who teaches Bhagavad Gita in the way I have taught and to the people who meet the requirements. Adhyeshate chaya imam dharmyam samvadamavayoho jnana yajnena tenaham tasyamiti mematihi. And adhyeshyate yaha imam dharmyam. One who studies. What is this? Samvadam avayoho. The dialogue between us. So Bhagavan himself says Gita is a dialogue between Arjuna and Krishna, which is consistent with dharma. Dharmyam means which is consistent with dharma. By him, tena aham. By him aham jnana yajnena ishtaha. I've been worshipped by him through the sacrifice of knowledge or jnana yajna. And this is my view. He says, Bhagavan says, this is my view. Shraddhava ananasuyascha shruyadapi yonaraha sopi mukta shubhan lokan prapnuyat punya karmanam. See, now he said, one who, the 69th verse, he said, one who preaches. 70th verse, one who studies it with devotion. 71st verse, one who listens to it with faith and without any mal intentions. He too shall be released. Gradually, he too shall be released and he will reach me. I am the auspicious, I reside in the auspicious names, he will reach me. Okay, so this is for the benefit of people who listen. Kachide yatachrutam partha swayekagrina chetasa kachid ajnana sammohaha prashtaste dhananjaya. So he now asks for a feedback. Krishna, if you're asking feedback also comes from Bhagavan only. So he asks Bhagavan asks Krishna, have you heard this, O Arjuna, with one pointed mind? Tvaya ekagrena chetasa shrutam kim? And then tava ajnana sammohaha pranashtaha kim? So Bhagavan asks, did I make myself clear? Was the teaching effective? Did I present my views clearly that your illusion has been, or illusion is gone? Now Arjuna says, Nashto mohasmatir labdha tatprasadan maya achyuta stitos magata sandeha karishye vachanam tava. Very important, aham tava vachanam karishye. Now I will act, I will follow your words. Now I'm going to follow your words. Interestingly, he says, smritihi labdha. Now we have to go back to the first end of first chapter, where Arjuna falls in the middle of the chariot. Just locating that. Yeah. The first chapter he says, the end of the first chapter he says, Sanjaya, in fact, Sanjaya describes the situation of Arjuna. Eva Muktuva Arjuna Sankhya Ratopasta Upavishate Visrijya Sasharam Chapam Shoka Sambhigna Manasa. So with full grief, with being overwhelmed with grief, he loses his smriti also. Therefore, he in the 7th and 8th shlokas of second chapter, he tells Krishna, he seeks Krishna to teach him. Now he says, Smritihi Labdha. I have gained knowledge. I have gained knowledge. My moha is gone. Tat prasadat. Very importantly, with your grace. With your grace. Now, Gata Sandeha. Now I am free from doubts. Tava Vashanam Karishye. I will execute your command. That's what he says. I will fulfill your word. Now, Ramanuja describes moha and smritihi in his commentary. The moha is maya. Interestingly, I consider this to be a divine blessing only. After a long time, I was listening to Tiruvayamai while I was driving. I could see Krishna's teachings being echoed by Nammalvar in his Tiruvayamai. So I have not studied the meanings of Tiruvayamai as such, but something strikes, some meanings they strike. I don't know whether they're right or wrong, but whatever has struck so far, I'm very confident that Tiruvayamai, it resonates the teachings of Gita from the point of view of a practitioner, from the point of view of a yogi, very beautifully. So, so that moha is nothing but the samsara, reason for samsara bandha, and the jnana, now jnana is, to put it in a nutshell, Realizing the Atma Swarupa. Thinking the Deha to be the Atma is the Moha, now that is gone. And realizing the Atma Swarupa is the real Jnana. So Arjuna says, my Moha is gone and I have gained knowledge. Dhritarashtraya swasya putraha pandavaha cha yudhe kim akurvati iti pruchyate Sanjaya uvacha. Now, the Sanjaya is going to complete now. So the link we have to take it to the first shloka. Kima kurvata Sanjaya. Ityaham Vasude Sanjayovacha Ityaham Vasudevasya Parthasya cha Mahatmanah Samvada Mimamashrosham Adbhutam Roma Harshanam. This horrifying experience for Dhritarashtra. After listening to the conversation between Vasudeva and Partha, Arjuna, I am like overwhelmed with the teaching. So Samvada Mimam Ashrosham. I heard this conversation between them. Wonderful dialogue. Adbhutam. The wonderful dialogue I heard, and then which makes me stand on. Vyasa Prasadat Shitavan Etad Guhyamaham Param Yogam Yogeshwarat Krishnat Sakshat Katayata Swayam. By the grace of Vyasa, because Vyasa grants Sanjaya the power to visualize, to see what is. So, with the grace of Vyasa, I have heard the supreme mystery of yoga as declared in person by Krishna. So, besides Arjuna, Sanjaya has also heard the Rajan Samsmritya Sambhadanimam Adbhutam Keshava Arjunayoh Pushpam Krishyami cha Muhur Muhu. Now he says, Rajan, O king, Samsmritya, remembering again and again this beautiful dialogue between Krishna and Arjuna. I Rishyami cha Muhu Muhu, Rishyami cha Muhur Muhu. I rejoice again and again. Tacha Samsmritya Rupamatyadbhutam Harehe Vismayo Me Mahan Rajan Rishyami cha Punah Punah. Also remembering that most beautiful form of Hari, because now it becomes clear that Sanjaya also has got the vision of Bhagavan, what do you call the Vishwarupa Darshana. So that's still amazing me, and I keep rejoicing again and again. Kimatra Bahuna Uktena. What more I have to say? Yatra Yogeshwara Krishno, Yatra Partho Dhanurdharaha, Tatra Shir Vijayo Bhutir Dhruvani Tirmatir Mama. Wherever there is Krishna, the Lord of Yoga, wherever there is Arjuna, the archer, Yogeshwaraha Krishnaha, Dhanurdharaha Parthaha, there are ever fortune, victory, wealth, and sound morality. This is my firm conviction. So, uh, yeah. So Ramanuja just echoes this same thought in his commentary. So that's why it's very important to have the picture wherein which represents Krishna to be the charioteer, Arjuna being uh, the um, the passenger, we can say. So it's good to have that picture around. I think I had it somewhere. It's fallen somewhere. I don't know. We need to buy a big one and keep looking at it every day, so that we have it in our house. It's better to have it in the heart or in the mind, so that we get benefited. So this is the 78th verse of the last chapter, 18th chapter, and with this we come to end of the great work, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, which is Moksha Shastra, so to say. It shows us the path of liberation, and Bhakti Yoga is the means to get liberated according to Srimad Bhagavad Gita in the view of Vishishtadvaita. So I thank you all for being there patiently listening to the entire lecture series. Some parts were dealt with in detail, and some parts I had to rush because the course has to be completed on time. Though I took some extra months due to other commitments, etc., still we could manage to complete the course. There are some thoughts going on to do a kind of kalakshepa. Kalakshepa, and since reading every word of the commentary and try to explain. But let me come back. I have some commitments for the next 2 months. I also intend to take up other courses also within the Vishita Vedanta and maybe some parts of Tarka, etc. Again, I'll keep you all posted. If you're interested, you can join in the future. I once again thank you all for patiently listening. And yeah, if you have any feedback, any questions, you can thrown out. The forum is open now. Anybody wants to add anything? Can add. I hope.
Namaskaram.
Yeah, namaskaram.
Yeah, I get it there. Just a word. I think when we started, I'm audible.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just
Audible,
wanted
please.
to just wanted to convey our thanks and appreciation, and also seek your blessings in continuing this. I think this is a great start for us, even though I think the lessons were dealt in great detail. For me as a beginner, I think we have to go through this day by day, every day, line by line, as you said, word by word. So maybe after some time, or maybe this lifetime or somewhere later, you should be in a position to understand this, and as you rightly put it, practice it. So it was a great eye opener and a big lesson for me personally, and I somewhere feel that it has changed my life, or whatever you can call that, in a very small way. So convey my appreciation. You have taken great trouble to give this lecture series to all of us. Thank you.
Sarvam Sri
Dhanyavada.
Krishnarpanam. Yeah, Sarvam Sri Krishnarpanamastu. Not big enough to extend any blessings, but I can just say that Sadacharya Kripa Siddhirastu. So, benedictory words that let the Sadacharya blessings be there always with you. Thank you.
Dhanyavada. Dhanyavada.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Venkatesh sir.
Adiyan Mama, am I audible?
Yes, please.
Mama, first of all, lots of appreciation and apologies also. In between, I couldn't attend the classes, but I would always go to those video links. Those were very useful. And as the earlier participant said, Bhagavad Gita, at least for me, it is just a starting. I'm trying to understand. So we need your blessings. We need your positive vibrations, and we are honored by your dedication and commitment with so many things happening. So you have been with us. So I would request you to keep this group alive, and wherein you have any other program or anything, any other, suppose you are coming to any city, we can have interaction if there is a possibility. So please keep this group in your mind, and thank you very much. Adiyan.
Thank you. I'm honored. It's all blessings of Krishna only. So we are mere instruments in passing on the knowledge. Thank you.
Adiyan.
Okay, then I think we have to finally call this off.
Adiyan, I have a last word.
Yeah, please.
ரொம்ப ரொம்ப தன்யோஸ்மி அடியன். இது வந்து let me speak in English. So this is something like I had only heard discourses earlier, and for us to go through this like a textbook, verse by verse, and with the illicit simple examples that you also gave us so many times, it was really eye opener. This is not enough with I think one lesson with one iteration. This is not enough. We have to read this again and again, and you have given us the recordings. We are very grateful for that. I have tried to go back to recordings because I missed a lot of recordings in between, and even some of the recordings that I heard have gone back because it was very interesting. And so much to practice after learning this also, in terms of it's a big eye opener, I would say, and it's really a mahabhagyam to learn from you, and to learn it as the first experience of Gita. Very heartfelt and very touching, feeling really blessed. Sarvam Krishna Arpanamastu.
Thank you, Ma. It is all Acharya's blessings. Adiyan was able to say something about Gita. Thank you.
Dhanyosmi Adiyan.
Sure, we will begin with the Kalakshepa. Soon, maybe I need 2 more months to settle down. Let me see, some projects are happening, as you know. So, as requested, I will keep the group alive. Whatever is happening, I will intimate. Whoever is having time and interest can join or participate. Thank you.
Thank you, Adiyan. Perivala Solliacha, I just echo their sentiments and same request, and also seeking your blessings, Adiyan.
Sadacharya Kripa Siddhirastu. I'm too young to. Yeah.
Thank you, Adiyan.
Thank you. Yeah, it was wonderful to have this group. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Srimate Ramanujaya Namaha. Asmat Guru Paramparaye Namaha.
Namaste Ramanujaya Namaha. Asmat Guru
Thank you. Thank you.
Hello.
Chalungo.
Is a request. This நீங்க சொல்லி கொடுத்ததுக்கு there is just no words to express my gratitude. Bhagavad Gita படிச்சிருக்கேன் from various books, but Ramanujoda Bhashyan trying the first steps to understand. This is the first experience and this is completely in a different dimension. Like you said, please keep this group alive. And நம்ம ஆச்சாரியனை பத்தி இன்னும் தெரிஞ்சுக்கிறதுக்கு if there is any way by which you can educate us, either through blogs, illa you can have some short course on the life and works of Ramanuja and teach us a little more about his works in Sanskritam and Tamil both for the Sri Vaishnavites. It will be really good. Yena ipo for my generation, our parents are no more, and there are really no gurus to learn from. We have our professional lives, personal life, but to learn about our religion, our samskaras, and what we should do, we don't have Acharya proximity. Anugraham irukku, but the proximity and that knowledge is not there. So, to be a humble request, in whichever medium you can educate us, it will be great.
Definitely, man. Definitely. Whatever thing is possible for me, I will keep doing them. But you can also look out for lectures by other scholars also, like Naval Pakam Vasudevachar. You will find them a lot of information also. They are more knowledgeable. They are much knowledgeable than me. But I will also, as you say, I will also try to give some lectures based on the works of Acharyas, so that I will also get an opportunity to learn, and then I can share my learnings. Yeah. Thank you. Namaskar.
Swami, thank you so much for all the lectures. ஒரே ஒரு இதில் சொல்லியிருக்க மாதிரி நம்ம கேட்கறச்சு ரொம்ப எது ஒரு குரு கிட்டேருந்து உங்களை மாதிரி நீங்கள் உங்கள் டைம் எடுத்துன்னு இதுக்குன்னே உங்கள் லைஃப் டெடிகேட் பண்ணி எல்லாம் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கீங்க. அந்த மாதிரி அவகிட்டேருந்து கேட்கறச்சு நம்ம மைண்ட் கூட ரொம்ப பியூராக இருக்கணும். அப்போ தான் நம்மளுக்கு மைண்ட் ஏறும். அதெல்லாம் இருக்கு. எனக்கே தெரியாத ஏதாவது மைண்ட்ல ஏதாவது போய் ஏதாவது தப்பு நடந்திருந்தா உங்ககிட்ட நான் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் கேட்டுக்கிறேன். நீங்க forgive பண்ணோம் எல்லாம்.
Krishna will take care. Sriram is a very lesser person. Krishna will take care.
Thank you. உங்க வழி அவருக்கு போகும் அப்படின்ட்டு தான் உங்ககிட்ட சொல்றேன்.
ஓகேம்மா. உங்க குட் நேம்மா வெறும் நமஸ்காரம் தான் தெரியுது. இதுல உங்க பேரு?
சாரி என் பேர் ஹரிணி.
ஓகேம்மா.
Thank you.
Right. ரொம்ப சந்தோஷம். நான் இந்த இதை எண்ட் பண்றேன். ரொம்ப சந்தோஷம். Thank you everybody. Thank you.